Good morning. It is October 10th. I am once again running late for work because why not? I'm always just a little bit late for work. But today is to today's goal is to get 1,000 words and to get really deep into chapter one. So that is my plan. I am going to get the cats feed, get their litter boxes cleaned, and then I'm going to get out of here. And I will see you guys later for an update on how this new story is going. Talk to you later. One of my kids told me that I need to go to a spa because I look stressed. They, she told me I need to go to a spa because I look stressed. Do I look stressed to you guys? Um, so I just got home from work. It is Friday, and there's no school on Monday because it is Indigenous Peoples Day, and so I have a 3-day weekend that gives me lots and lots of time to write. Hoping that I don't look too stressed while I'm recording these videos for you guys, but we've got a story to write. I had an epiphany today, and it's not really an epiphany, but it's just something I need to remind myself of, which is just to sit down and write the book. Just sit down and write the book. My problem isn't so much of sitting down and writing the book. My problem is I will write a chapter, and then the very next day I will rewrite that chapter, and then the day after that I will very likely go back to that previous chapter and rewrite it again. I like just write the book. So if I look stressed, that's probably why she said that. And then I had another one telling me to stop wearing my glasses, my sunglasses, because I don't know if you guys can see that I am tanning on my face because um, I have these big sunglasses that I wear, but I have light sensitivity, and the sunlight hurts my eyes, so I have to wear my sunglasses. And one of my kids told me that I need to stop wearing my sunglasses because it was tanning my face, and you know, kids. I can see it right now. It's like here in this area. Yeah. So kids, they say the darndest thing, but I'm home. It is time to get writing. Mister just walked in front of the camera, as my cats tend to do, because they do not care if I am doing something. They do what they want, always. So yeah, I'm gonna get writing. The goal is to try to get 1,000 words because I didn't get 1,000 words yesterday. So the goal is to try to get 1,000 words. However, I do have a 3-day weekend, so I could write longer. The question is, do I work solely on this story or do I work on multiple stories? Like write 1,000 words for this story and then jump into something else? You guys know how I am about my stories. I jump around. This is probably why I have so many unfinished projects. Fun times. But we shall see. I haven't decided yet. We shall see what happens. But I will keep you guys posted. My Google Doc is all open and ready for me. My notebook is sitting down here with what I wrote by hand at work. Um, no, I did not get any footage of me writing at work. And if you are wondering what I was working on, it was not chapter one because, as I just said at the beginning of this clip, I have a problem with not going back to rewrite what I already wrote. So we're on the prologue. Yeah, I'm gonna get to this, and hopefully it doesn't take long because I've already written the prologue, but now I think it needs to be rewritten because I don't like what I wrote. I like what I wrote, but I don't like what I wrote. Does that make sense? Anyways, I will um I will talk to you guys. We'll talk to you guys later. Bye. Okay, so it is 7:15. I'm pretty sure when I recorded that first clip for you guys, or not the first clip, but the clip before this one, I'm pretty sure it was like five something. So I've been writing for a while, and I didn't stop to give you guys an update because I really wanted to finish this part that I was doing. Did I just rewrite the prologue that I said I finished in yesterday's vlog? Yes, I did. Yes. I did rewrite it. Yesterday when I wrote it, I ended at about 1,500 words. I think it was like 1,531 or something like that. This is actually 2,231 words, what I just wrote. And surprisingly, if I take into account all that I needed to write, so I knew when I sat down, which is kind of why I said what I did in the previous clip. I knew when I sat down that I was rewriting the prologue that I had already finished. Um, because I have a problem with going back and trying to correct stuff that I've already written. So I knew that I was going to go back and write that. So I took all of the words that I had already written. I think it was like 1,800 words or something like that. 1,891. It was something along those lines. I think I remember telling you guys I needed like 100 and some odd words left over. So I took all of those words and put that in the calculator, and then I added 1,000 to it. And that said, by the end of my writing session today, I needed to have 2,821 words. So I've already made up all of those words, basically. I made up all of those words. And to reach my word count goal for the day, I need another 590 words, which I feel like I can get very easily. I'm not sure about the words that I already have in chapter one. I'm going to sit here and go over it and see how it's going. But let's talk about this new prologue that I wrote. So, all of the stuff that I just did, I think I could have gone back through the redrafting process and added all of this stuff in. However, I think that I have a problem of, we've talked about it, me and my perfectionist mindset is when I write something, I'm assuming that that's it. I have written stuff and then I've walked away from it. I've come back later and I've read it and I go, well, I already wrote it. Those words are cemented. There's nothing to change. And so I think I kind of had that fear of writing this prologue and not wanting to change anything if I came back to it later. So it was just kind of like my struggle is, and we talked about this in yesterday and I believe the day before we talked about this. I really want to make sure that this starts off the story as um intense, not maybe not intense is the word, but captivating, that's the word, as captivating as can be, for people to want to pick up the story and want to read it, want to continue after they read it, after they read the first page or the first chapter. So in my instance, it's the prologue, wanting people to continue after they read the prologue. um I expanded upon a lot of stuff that I had already written um in the first draft of the prologue. So basically this is draft two of the prologue. I'm doing drafts one and two at the same time, I guess. But this is draft two basically of the prologue, and I expanded upon a lot of stuff. I think when I first started to write the prologue 2 days ago, I think I might have been a little too nervous about giving too much detail. That is my problem, you guys. That is a problem of mine, is that I struggle a lot on how much detail to give the readers without giving away basically what the end of the story is. Do you get what I'm saying? If you have been following me for a few years, I mentioned, oh my God, I'm giving away too much stuff right now about my secret project. But so there's just some stuff that happens later on in the story that I wasn't ready to reveal in the beginning. But as I was thinking about how to start this book off, how to start this story off, and how to make sure that I grab the reader's attention and pull them in, I realized I need to tell a little bit of this backstory because it kind of gives the feel of the story. So when you jump into chapter one, you kind of have a little bit of expectation of what to expect as you continue on. Um, and so when I was writing the prologue, I was kind of giving like flashes of stuff that happens, but I realized I kind of needed to go a little bit more in detail and not just give flashes because I felt like just giving the flashes still left it a bit confusing for the reader and maybe not as enticing as I want it to be. So I definitely expanded upon a lot of stuff. I rewrote a lot of things, shifted the way some descriptions were done. I showed a lot of stuff. Oh, there's a scene that I showed that I don't know how people are going to feel about it. I didn't show it too in detail, but you get the gist of it. But I'm actually really happy with this 2,000 words, 2,200 words. I'm actually really happy with this. And I really want somebody to read it and tell me what they think. Would it be too much to send it to my mom? Would that be too much? I just made a video about the whole beta reader process and about not using my mom or not solely using my mom. But I think the information that I put in this, my mom is going to like because there was some stuff that she wanted me to put in another story that I wrote. And I didn't put, I was being very stubborn and I didn't do it. I didn't agree with her on a lot of stuff. So I think she might actually like this, but her eyes won't be the only eyes that I'll have on this. But I think I want to get some people to read the prologue and tell me what they think. Yeah. So, anyways, without sitting here and rambling forever and making this video super super long, yeah, the prologue is redone because that's what we do over here. We write multiple times the same thing. The prologue is redone. And now it is time for me to take a look at chapter one and see if there is anything that needs to be changed in that. If I need to restart that to set the tone for how the book is going. So I will let you guys know how that goes. And like I said, I only need 590 words. So we'll do that and then I'll reach my goal for the day. I will talk to you guys later. Okay, so it is 8:23. I did stop a while ago, but I did decide to check my word count and I needed 590 words. I wrote exactly 591. So I wrote my 1,000 words for today, plus I wrote a whole new 2231 today because I restarted the prologue. So the prologue is officially done. Chapter one is started. It started over the words that I started yesterday. I'm scrapping those. I started it over and I'm liking the way that it's starting. It's starting with a little bit more action to it. Not really action, but it's starting in a place where I don't feel like I got to do a whole lot of like tell. There's a lot more show with it and it introduces one of my characters. So that's that. I really think reworking the prologue helped because I feel like I'm in a better place writing chapter one. Um, yeah, so my ending word count is of the document so far is 2,822 words. My goal is tomorrow to get a minimum of 2,000 words written. Now, I have all day because it is a Saturday. I don't work on Saturdays. So that gives me plenty of time to write, and I could very well get all of the words in the world. However, it's the weekend, you guys, and I have a 3-day weekend. And do I want to write? That is the question. It depends on really how I feel when I wake up. So the goal is 2,000 words tomorrow. If I don't start writing in the morning and I start writing later in the day, at least I'm going to aim for my 2,000 words. Um, Another thing that I wanted to bring up, I would wait to say this. However, I'll probably forget because that's what it is. When something's on my mind, I have to talk about it right then and there. Otherwise, I'll forget. So I was watching some videos today and just really thinking about how I'm, approaching my writing career and at least getting some work done because I definitely have a habit of a um not wanting to write, especially when I have my off days. I'm just like, oh, I don't want to do anything. I just want to sit around and write. Um and then also I have a problem with the new shiny stories, the new shiny ideas. Every time a new shiny idea comes up, I'm like, I want to stop whatever I'm working on and I want to work on that instead. And so you guys are probably going to get interrupted in three, two. I totally did not time that right, but that was Missy. So yeah, what was I saying before my daughter interrupted? Yes, so the shiny ideas. I have a problem with every time I get a new idea, I just want to stop whatever project that I'm working on and I want to start writing that idea. So I am I'm putting my toes back into writing because I was feeling a little down. I was feeling some imposter syndrome and I kind of wanted to step back from writing for a little bit, but I needed to really reevaluate my author career and my author journey and what I'm doing for this career, with this career, what I want out of this career. Mm, that's Mr. By the way, you guys. Your tail is still in the way, sir. Your tail is. And we're back. um, that was Mr. So yeah, I had to reevaluate things, and so I starting this story, and things are going well, but I do have a shiny new story, you guys, that just popped up in my head, and I want to work on it so bad. So I decided to implement the reward system when it comes to my writing. This is nothing new. I'm not coming up with this. This is nothing new. This isn't my idea. This is something that people have been doing for a while and authors have been doing for a while. Like when you reach a certain milestone, certain goal, you get a reward. And I've tried it in the past, like, oh, let me see what kind of reward I'll give myself. But it was kind of difficult for me to come up with those rewards. So this is going to be my reward going forward, starting Sunday, which is the 12th, October 12th. Um, the reward system is going to go like this. I'm going to give myself a word count for the week that I have to reach. If I reach that word count by Friday, then I can have my Saturdays free, which if I do that, then that means that you guys will not get a video on Mondays because that's Saturday's videos are recorded, obviously Saturday edited on Sunday and ready to go live for you guys on Monday. So if I reach my word count goal by Friday night, then my Saturdays are free for me to just lounge around. If I reach my goal by Saturday, then like my weekly goal for by Saturday. So by Friday is me being ahead of schedule. The word count goal will go literally from Sunday to Saturday. That's it. Sunday through Saturday. That is my word count goal. Um, and if I reach it Friday, that is me being ahead of schedule. So then I get Saturday off. If I reach my word count goal by the end of the week, which is Saturday, then I get to write one chapter to a different story than what I'm working on. Well, I get to write one chapter to my shiny idea story that is sitting here that I just want to write for fun, not even something that I am thinking of publishing one day. It literally is just a story that I want to write for fun. It will probably be a Wattpad exclusive. If I had Patreon, sorry guys. Okay, I hope that you guys are still there. My phone is dying, but if I had Patreon, it would probably be a Patreon exclusive, but it'll probably just be a Wattpad exclusive because my Wattpad readers have been really good to me under my romance title. So I have a story that I want to write. It might not be everybody's cup of tea, but it's something that I enjoy reading for fun. Just, I like reading silly things that probably couldn't happen in the real world, and it's fun for me. So I want to write one of those stories. And if I reach my word count goal by the end of the week on Saturday, can you let go of my hair? I'm like, what am I caught on? And it is Missy Maxine pulling on my hair. Anyways, if I reach my word count goal by the end of the week, Saturday, then I get to write one chapter from my shiny new idea that is buzzing around in my head. So that is my incentive. That's my goal. Obviously, you guys will go along with the progress if you want. If you are not already subscribed to my channel, go ahead and subscribe to just follow along with my journey. See how I do. Will I make my word count goal by the end of the week? Obviously, it's not starting this week because I literally just came up with the idea today. Tomorrow, we will try for 2,000 words. But going forward, it will be a weekly thing until I finish this book. So, yeah, you guys will go along with me. If you want to continue, hit the subscribe button. And I want to thank you guys so much for watching this video. Give me a thumbs up if you liked it, and leave me a comment below. And I will see you guys in tomorrow's video. Bye.